Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into film that fans of guilt over the top action have been waiting decade for. Cobra 2. That's right, after nearly 40 years, Sylvester Stallone cult classic Cobra finally gets a direct sequel, and it's loud, brutal, and unapologetic 80s as you might hope. But does Cobra 2 delivers the kind of bone crunching action, neon stoke street, and legal justice that made the original a cult phenomenon, or just a hollow temper to crash in a nostalgia? Well, buckle up because we are going to break it down all. Before we jump into the sequel, let quick set the stage. Back in 1986, Cobra hits the theater like Fish Train, directed by J. Gaelro P. Cosmate and stating Sylvester Stallone at the peak of his action hero powers. The movie told the story of Sylvan Mario Cobra Karopati, a, non, a nonsense cop with taste for leather jacket, mirror shade, and clean up with the street his way. Through bad to brutal street justice is violent, is jolly. It was packed with memorable one-liner like "You are disease, I am cured." And over the years, Cobra gained a cult following that never died. But despite the film educing popularity, a sequel never materialized till now. Until now, set in Grassroots, Los Angeles in 2025, Cobra opens with a atmospheric sequel that immediately throws backers into the chaos. Crime is all at all-time high. The city is overrun with gang war, cyber-enhanced criminals, and a new threat known as Static, a brutal background or organization that infiltrate law enforcement, politics, and the corporate world. In this grim future, Maron Karapati, now a retired legend, lives off the guilt in Neve Desert, haunted by the ghost of his violent past. He's grown older, grayer, but still has the ice cold grave that can't stop a criminal die in that crack. When daughter of his old friend, Detective Gorzel, goes missing in Los Angeles, believed to be kidnapped by a syndicate for their twisted human trafficking ring. Cobra is reluctantly pulled back to the face. This time he's not just finding street bugs, he's facing a deep embedded conspiracy that stretches all the way on the top of government. Cobra 2 becomes one-man war against corruption. Along the way, he assembles a rat-tat-tat of anti-hero including delusional cyber cops played by Michael J. White, a hacker, while Vendra portrays by Bushi Rose, and the Fletchy ex-syndicate enforcer played by Frank Gallery. What follows is a neon bat stoked rampage through the city's seed unbearably filled with gunfight, brutal hand-to-hand combat, and of course, Cobra's signature gunshot style. Justice. One of the biggest talk king point of Cobra 2 is, of course, Sylvester Stallone himself. At 78, you might wonder if Sylvester Stallone can still bring the heat. Let me tell you, he can. Stallone delivers one of the most bloody and intense performances in years. He embraces Cobra's age using a negative weapon. This isn't just a young cock Cobra from 1986. This is a king Chris Vietnam weighted down by decades of violence, trauma, and the realization that the war never truly ends. Stallone's screen presence is a magnetic. It's quite intense, dominating every scene, and the film relevant cleverly lead into the limitation by enforcing raw, solid action instead of flashy stunts. Cobra fights like a aging iron lion, slower, but every move is calculated, brutal, and final. His dialogue are suppressed but impactful, with a new liner that are destined to become into instant classic. My favorite, when a gang leader tells him, "You are too old for this city." Cobra deadpals. I built this city. What the fuck? Let's talk about Let us talk about what we are here for. The action. Cobra 2 does not pull any punch. It is R-rated, blood-staked love letter to the golden era of action cinema. Director Chan Chushin brings his A-game, bending old-school practical effect, sticky modern choreography. The film features some raw, jaw-dropping set piece. A brutal bar where Cobra takes down a dozen thuns with nothing but a pull cute. A neon-lit highway bushes where Cobra's iconic 950 Mercury returns now, reluctant Mad Max style. An epic warehouse showdown, semi-crate of the original climax. But in stereotype, with the Cobra using everything for matches to nail guns. But it is not just violence for sake of of violence. Each action sequence is tied to Cobra's emotional arc, showing a man desperately trying to finish a war he knows he can't truly win. So, does Cobra 2 live up the impossible expectation? Absolutely. It is brutal, stylish, and surprisingly thought sequel that one not only honor the original but expand its mythology, giving us a darker, more layered look at the one action cinema most underrated heroes. Sure, it is not perfect. Some supporting cast feel underdeveloped. The pacing drags slightly in the middle act, and there is a sub involving cyber implant that feels a bit outplaced. But these are minor gripes in an otherwise relentless ride. In a landscape dominated by polished superhero movie and synthesized blockbuster, Cobra 2 is a breath of 50. Gasoline, gasoline, gasoline stoked air is grim, it is violent, and it wears its 80s DNA proudly on its leather tail. If you're a fan of Stallone, the original Cobra, or just old action done right, This is a must watch. And who knows, with the film finally seen hitting at Cobra starting his own underground minta, we might even get Cobra 3. And honestly, after Cobra 2, I am all in. That's it for today's deep dive into Cobra 2. What do you think of movie? Did it live up your expectation, or was it a bit too much? It is necessary for 2025. Let me know your thoughts in comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intro, action, movie breakdown, review, and deep dives. And remember, in the world of disease, always bring the cure.